Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So, this is another one of our top 10 most influential bands. This band is Five Finger Death Punch. I'm gonna date myself a little bit. I liked these guys before they were cool. Their debut album came out in 2004, and I saw them a year later in 2006 as an opening band. So, let's go. So what I really liked about this song when it came out is it kind of has an old school vibe back into the 1980s. It kind of has that cadence of an anthemic song. This is probably one of the biggest tracks they've written. I believe this is their sixth album. Got your sixth album. I saw them live on this a couple times. This tour, I believe, was one they were with Papa Roach and In This Moment. It was a really good tour. I drove like 3 hours to see it.
I've given up on the media feeds, my hysteria, sick of living down on my knees. I've given up on morality feeds, my brutality, fuck what you think about me.
Cool thing is the guitar player that they just showed, his name is Zoltan. He is originally from Hungary, and he came over to the US to try a dream, start a band, become a rock star. The very first Five Finger Death Punch album he wrote himself, and he came to the US to look for band members. He only came with his guitars and clothes on his back. He wanted the American dream, and he got it. It took them 3 albums before they got to be really mainstream and really successful. Their third album, American Capitalist, just exploded, and then they became one of the big headlining bands. Like, they've been headlining concerts and festivals for years now.
I'm wasting here, can anyone wash it all away? I'm waiting here for anyone to wash it all away. Wash
So these guys are definitely one of those bands that writes some of the most catchy songs, like guitar-wise. Like, they're very in tune with like what the audience wants to hear, what could potentially be played on the radio. They became more of a radio-friendly band in these later years. They still have some pretty heavy tracks, but they're not as heavy as they were on their first two albums. But they are still a solid band. They're definitely still one of my favorite bands. For the longest time, they were one of the bands that kept releasing albums that were good. Like, they had more good tracks than bad. Their catalog is quite massive now. They only have really one album that I dislike. That was And Justice for None. It felt really weak. The songs didn't really feel like Five Finger Death Punch songs. They were just kind of fluff, in my opinion. I did go see them live on that tour because they're still going to play their classic hits, and the stage show was always good. This is one of those bands that I've seen a ton of times. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen them because it's been so many times. I've probably seen them as many times as Korn, so I'm guessing, close to 10 times I've seen this band play live. Whenever they do an album, I go see them. Same thing with Korn. Whenever they do an album, I go see them. Slipknot do an album, I go see them. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go see Slipknot on the last album cycle because I was in Europe doing other things. So I kind of regret not seeing Slipknot that cycle because it was a hometown show in Des Moines and it would have been crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you're at. And as always, keep it metal.